Alright, what's up guys? It's CJ or Me Plus Pi here. Welcome back to the group Ironman progress videos. Last episode we finished up a lot of grinds, got a lot of good items. I would recommend going to check that one out if you are curious. But today we are going to be focused on Desert Treasure 2. It has just come out. The day is July 26th of 2023. So we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. I'm going to be talking a lot about the boss fights in Desert Treasure 2 and my experiences with them because it was quite a wacky, funny, goofy journey. With all that said, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Oh, that's so cool. Nah, this place is sick. Okay.
First boss fight I did was Vardorvis. You can see I clicked on the axe as soon as it spawned, thinking it was maybe something I should attack.
Ah! Nah, this boss is so cool.
I started doing this quest around 8 in the morning my time, which was about 4.5 hours after the quest's release. So the wiki pages were very fresh and didn't have all the information you'd ever want.
What do I guess that?
Which truthfully made it even more fun to fight these bosses, because I did want to go in blind. The main thing that went wrong in this kill was that I didn't know about the captcha blood clots. So I took way too much damage and was basically just healing the whole fight because I couldn't do the captchas because I didn't know that there was now a captcha mechanic in the game. I'd like to think I would have completed Vardorvis on my first try. I ended up getting comboed out here at the end due to the blood clot. I misclicked the friends list as well, which is pretty silly.
What the fuck?
Last video, less than 1% of you guys are subscribed, but now more than 2% of you guys are subscribed, so we're still a pretty elite club if you also want to join.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. What? Oh my god, what? No, that's so cool. What? Why did I not know that?
So with my newly acquired knowledge, it was time to roll up the sleeves and give Vardorvis a second try. This time went a lot smoother. I brought the BGS with me as a spec weapon. As you can see, I was able to do the captcha, and it led to me having a lot more health. And I was able to just wail him down, dodge some axes here and there, miss some prayer flicks. The quest version of this boss's axes don't do nearly as much damage as the post-quest boss's axes, so you kinda can just tank them and eat through it if you need to. But the captchas hit for like 55 still, which was kinda crazy. So if you don't know how to do the captchas, you probably will die doing Vardorvis. But really, you just gotta dodge some axes, click some food, don't freak out too much, and just keep on DPSing as much as you can. And eventually Vardorvis will go down.
Let's see how this boss goes.
So the Leviathan was the second boss that I fought in Desert Treasure 2. I think it's very hilarious that I tried fighting it from the boat. This is like truly day one, you can't make this up stuff. Then eventually I found the handles. I went in for a BGS, and that's when I found out you cannot melee this boss whatsoever. Its main mechanics surround it firing different colored projectiles at you, and depending on what color the projectile is what you would need to pray against it. It's firing green projectiles at me, so I pray range, and then the blue projectiles are for magic. After a certain number of attacks, the Leviathan will like do some chip damage and make some rocks fall from the ceiling. And once it does that, that means the attacks that it's firing at you are going to start coming faster and faster after every time that the shaking and rocks falling happen. What you're supposed to do is stun the Leviathan with a shadow spell. I did not do this. If I would have, it would have triggered a special attack, and then it kind of resets the attack speed of Leviathan back to the beginning. But I did not do this. The melee orbs start coming out. They're like a strange yellow-orange color that would end up getting changed due to color blindness. When in the heat of the moment fighting the Leviathan, I just completely forgot to stun the boss. So I just started flicking. I just started doing what I thought was the right thing to do. Then it started firing at rapid speeds, and I didn't know what to do, but thankfully I just barely did enough damage to phase it to enrage, which was extremely lucky. I had no idea about the orb traveling around, so I just kept hitting the boss after eating a bit. The orb crosses me here and I get a couple good shots off in it, which is pretty funny. If you don't know, if you're not inside the orb, you take chip damage from all the balls during the enrage phase, and the orb also makes you do like max damage every hit almost. At this point, the Leviathan had 1 HP and I was just trying to make sure I wouldn't get KO'd by something randomly. Eventually, I will hit the 1 damage and the Leviathan will go down. All by accident, no stun, first attempt, kinda crazy.
Holy shit, what the fuck? That's a crazy boss, what the fuck? That's cool. I like it. I like the difficulties upping.
The third boss I did was Duke Sucellus, or Duke Succulus as many people like to call him. I had no idea what to do at first in this room. I was kind of frightened to enter. Again, I did read some bullet points on the wiki, so I grabbed the pickaxe and the pestle and mortar, and I cautiously scouted out the room. I got hit by one of the cone lasers and immediately just started eating so much food. It only did like 50 damage, thankfully. After the quest, it does like 70. On my way back though, I adapted, realizing I should probably be up against the wall where the base of the cone is. So I started kind of skipping as you do in today's meta even, so quick learner on that one. Got my way to the second mushroom, no problems this time. So for Duke Sucellus, you have to make these potions. You have to get 2 of each mushrooms from each side, and then you also need to mine some salts. This allows you to make some potions that wake up Duke Sucellus so you can actually begin the combat portion of the fight. People generally disliked this potion mechanic on release. I think it's kind of died down a bit in its hatred and become more of a well-known chill boss. People have kind of accepted it for what it is nowadays. Once you have the mushrooms and salt, you fill up these vats. Once I did this, I immediately thought the fight was gonna begin. I thought that was how you like pumped him up and made him start fighting. So I like got all ready to fight him, but he's still just sleeping away. So then I realized I needed to collect the potions from the vats. You'll probably notice that I don't really have a melee setup on me, and that is because I actually ranged Duke Sucellus. This is probably near impossible to do in the post-quest version of the boss, which is why I think this is very funny day of release only type of stuff. I did know to dodge the eyeball attack standing behind the pillar, but yeah, because I was using the Bofa, I just stood far away and ranged him. Prayed magic, knowing he would use magic against me. Safing up, not really knowing how much damage he would do. I think I got a bit more comfortable later in the fight after seeing he was only really chipping me for like 10 and 12 damage. He fires out these gusts of toxic clouds that you gotta avoid. Quest version of the boss only has 360 health, so you can kind of just kill him however you want and just eat through the chip damage. Even if I meleeed him, I don't think the fight would have played out much differently. I probably would have ate a lot of food and he would have died one way or another. And just like that, Duke Sucellus was defeated.
Alright, that's not too bad. One of those Sire vibes, I guess, but whatever.
Last but not least, the Whisperer. Unfortunately, I don't have the little cinematic recorded anymore. The Whisperer fight also did not go as standard because I probably missed the most critical thing you could possibly miss in this boss fight. I never entered the Shadow Realm using the Blackstone Fragment. So throughout this fight, I will be showing how that looked if you choose to do the Whisper for your first time without going into the Shadow Realm. In the Shadow Realm, you are able to see things that you cannot otherwise that help you deal with all of the mechanics that the Whisperer throws at you. These orbs on the ground, if I would have clicked my Blackstone Fragment, there would have been certain ones highlighted that I need to step on, and if you clear all of them, you take no damage. I did not do this, however. I stepped on some of the wrong ones trying to guess what to do, because I, again, probably saw some bullet points on the wiki that led me to think that I needed to step on these things, but I really was missing the most important piece of information. So I took a 20, and then I got meleeed by the Whisper, because she roots you in place. You're supposed to freeze her after some of her special attacks. Thankfully, I brought a lot of brews for this fight. I didn't do a great job flicking her attacks because I wasn't really mentally prepared to do so. During the pillar attack, I actually got very lucky and just got it right, but then I didn't manage to get to the third one in time, so I took a 35 for that and lost some more sanity. And I figured out that I will be rooted in place and I should probably protect melee, just accepting my fate, so I negated some damage there by putting up the protect melee prayer. You'll notice during the special attacks in the fight that your Blackstone fragment in your inventory actually gets highlighted. I never noticed this because I was busy looking at the boss. At this point, the ghosts come out and I just kind of look at them, I right click them, I see that they're not really attackable or anything. I tried to equip my blowpipe and hit them, but it was hopeless. I was clearly missing something, and I knew I just needed to try to damage the boss and get her down. Another melee attack, but thankfully I was keeping my health high and protecting melee. Truly, this was a stamina battle more than anything. If just about anything else went wrong in this fight, I probably wouldn't have had enough food. It was quite the photo finish. Looking back at it, it is absolutely hilarious that I did not know to enter the Shadow Realm. To be fair, a lot of the fight I had my prayer book open because I did want to flick the attacks. The enrage phase was surprisingly difficult. I did not know that she was going to alternate attacks every 2 times. I certainly didn't catch on to it in the moment, but I did start to recognize the switches and tried to react. What I'm most surprised about in how this fight went is that I didn't run out of sanity. Sanity is kind of the main mechanic that this boss throws at you. If you make too many mistakes, you kind of just have to teleport out because you go insane and just die. I suppose the quest version of the boss isn't as serious on this sanity thing, because I did everything wrong and we still came out on top. With just a few sips of brew left, we finished off the Whisperer.
Holy shit, that boss is crazy. What the fuck? Why'd I get such loot? Bro, I am running from this guy if he shows up.
I think it's a pretty good sign when I fight all 4 of the bosses and I go, yeah, that was pretty crazy. I think it's fair to say that this was probably my favorite quest in the game and also has some of the best bosses in the game. The zombie apocalypse of the Stranglewood, the prison escape of Gorok Dungeon, the abyssal gauntlet of puzzles, and the mysterious shadow realm of the Lissar Undercity really cement Desert Treasure 2 as the best quest in the game in my opinion. The finale of this quest also caused me some problems. I did have to bank once, which is why you see an absolute load of brews in my inventory. Unfortunately, I do not have the footage of the final fight. I know a lot of people love Quest Helper, but seriously guys, when new quests come out, you should try to do them on day of release because it is unlike any other experience you'll have on this game. So yeah, that was Desert Treasure 2.
Oh boy, prayer XP. Yeah! That's so good. Honestly, worth the time.
But really, the Desert Treasure 2 journey is just beginning because now we have 4 solo bosses that we can farm. My first goal was to get all of the teleports.
Oh my god, yes! Yes!
What is that?
That's the teleport. I can teleport right back here now. We're gonna see exactly where it gets me, but that's exciting as fuck. That's my first tablet. That's my first teleport. Let's go! I'm so hyped. Oh, that's a cool animation. What the fuck? I'm right here, bro. That's amazing. that's a 2-minute time save every teleport, bro. What the fuck? That's nuts. That makes me happy. Nice. 8 kill count. We got the scarred tablet. That's really, really good for me. Oh my god. I got a drop. That's exciting. 3.3 mil. How much are these actually selling for? Thankfully, Jagex let us use the XP on prayer because probably due to them thinking we were going to get a new prayer book, everybody needed 300,000 prayer XP. So there's the 200,000 I didn't get from day of release that are now in the game, and that is level 95 prayer. We just unlocked Soul Split if it existed, but it doesn't. And there it is! That's awesome. We got it. Strangled tablet on the account. That's huge. That's going to save a bit of time. And right before this trip, I looked up the fairy ring code because they just added it today. That's supposed to speed it up, but now I guess I won't even need it. Nice. I'm happy. I can go do Duke now, and then that'll be my last teleport. Oh my god. On the last hit. On the last hit. No way! For the pizza! It's a pizza party! Oh shit! Level 99 strength coming in. I didn't even remember that I was close. That's so awesome. Wow. Imagine if I had gotten the drop, the teleport or something. 26 kill count, by the way. 99 strength on the account. Wow. Only up from here. I guess we gotta put this on chop now. This is going to have to stay on Slash, unfortunately. But hey, level 124 combat too, no longer a 123er. People don't think I have 70 prayer anymore. Big 95 prayer guy. First 99 of the melee combats, if you count defense. And that was pretty cool. Just realized I wasn't recording, but we just got the frozen tablet on 34 kill count. That is the final teleport. Awesome. I'm very happy with that. This is also a really good one for Muspa. We'll definitely get a lot of use out of this one in the future. We're gonna go ahead and use all the teleports and see where we end up. So, of course, we got the Ancient Vault, and it's just gonna leave us right here at the quest end of Desert Treasure 2. We got number 2, Gorok Dungeon. This is the one I was most excited about. It literally puts you closer to Muspa than the Duke, so that's really, really helpful. Number 3, which is the Scar. This one saves about 15 seconds maybe over the Guardians of the Rift Amulet teleport, so that's pretty cool. This guy died, lol. Lasser Undercity is right here. Pretty close. This is the biggest time save of them all, I think. So yeah, you just Cathedral, and then you're at the boss. So that's unironically like a 2-minute time save. And the Stranglewood is pretty sweet. Not as good as it could be, but it's pretty damn close comparatively. They did add a fairy ring, so it wasn't as bad as it was on release, but it's still pretty long if you're going from the bank, or if you bank and then at the fairy ring all the way here and run. So now we just get to start about from this point equivalently. Great upgrades. We just got the Smoke Quartz. I believe that is pretty useless. We got it on 25 kill count. Just realized I wasn't recording. We hit 100 kill count at Vardorvis. Still trying to get the Blood Quartz.
Hello, motherfucker.
No! I got the pet. Of course I did. Of course I got the fucking pet. No way, dude. I thought I actually got something I wanted. This pet is sick as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy with that. I guess we're gonna collection log this boss then. We could definitely green log this boss. Long term, I'll get Vardorvis from the other one, so it's pretty much green logged. Alright, little buddy. Where is he at? There he is. He's so cool. Oh, he has an emote.
Look at this fucking bullshit. What the fuck? Dude, flip!
No, that's cool. What? Yo, no, that's so cool. Oh, you get that? Great for you, buddy. You're gonna fit in right well with all the other guys. Join the Tumican Guardian. We gotta look at the all pet log. Now 11 out of 56 with 3 dupes. We got the Blood Quartz on 215. That's exciting. I've been wanting that. And there it is, level 98 fletching on the account. Just one more to go there, and then we will be 99. Alright, we got another Blood Quartz after 23 more kill count. Oh. God, that's gonna give me a fucking heart attack. I just got Blood Quartz number 3. Okay, that's not quite what I was wanting. That is the axe head of the axe. We've got our first drop at the new boss, Vardorvis, at 300 kill count exact. That's kind of sick. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing the Ultra Ring or not. I think I do want to, because why not? That's essentially like 600 mil right now. But yeah, that's a huge drop. Wow, forgot I've already got this one, but we just got our second Smoke Quartz on 83 Leviathan kill count. We got another Awakener's Orb from the Leviathan. I got an Awakener's Orb. Blue Scroll opening, easy. Oh, wow. Well, we got something. And that's pretty rare, I think. Oh, and we got a Cabbage Shield.
What am I doing?
Right side,
the
left
floor
side.
thing again.
Oh, you killed yourself.
It's always this part.
Oh, I died.
Oh, there it is again. We got one. I actually wanted to make a quick little clip. I just hit 400 kill count at Vardorvis. Today was the day that they released the drop changes, so I've only done like 5 or 6 kills here today, but quickly looking at the kill counts, Vardorvis I'm at 400 now, so 400 previous drop rate chances were a bit different. So I got the axe piece, which is pretty cool.
I think this is a good time to talk about how the Desert Treasure 2 bosses drop their drops. So as you can see, there is a 1 out of 136 chance now for Vardorvis to drop you one of his uniques. Then once you hit that, there is a 1 in 8 chance of it being that boss's respective Soul Reaper Axe piece. There's also a 1 in 8 chance of it being a Vardorvis piece, and then it would roll a separate 1 in 3, whether it's the hat, top, or bottom. There is a 3 in 8 chance of it dropping a chromium ingot. And lastly, each of the 4 bosses has their own vestige. These are the upgrades to the rings. They are the best in slot rings in the game. There's a 3 in 8 chance that you will roll the vestige, but you actually need to roll this 3 in 8 3 times in order to actually get the drop. The first 2 times you get it, you will just receive standard loot instead, and you will have no way of knowing whether you are 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, but you will know when you are 3 out of 3 because that is when the vestige drops. So because I was nearly 400 Vardorvis kills without seeing a drop other than the axe, I was hopeful that I had already gotten some of these vestige rolls.
Oh my god, I wasn't recording because of that last clip. I got the Ultra Vestige. Vestige? Prestige. Like, I say it like prestige, but oh my god, we got it at 412. Dude, I had a feeling I was 2 out of 3 just because I hadn't gotten shit other than the Leviathan axe head. I was like, there's just no way. I can't believe this. This would have been 200 mil yesterday. 220 mil yesterday. I knew it. I wonder if I got like back to back or what. I wonder if I was 2 out of 3 yesterday or today. We're done here at 412 because we've gotten the pet, the axe, and the vestige, and I can get all of these other things from other bosses. So I will green log this at 412 KC. That is insanity, and I'm also very upset I didn't get my live reaction. I just can't even believe that I just got this because it wasn't even purple on the ground. Holy shit.
There we have it. We got the Ultor vestige and the Soul Reaper axe piece, which means we are done with Vardorvis. There is no reason for us to keep killing him because all the other things that he drops can also be dropped by the other 3 Desert Treasure 2 bosses. So that is where we're going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like, maybe leaving a comment. Let me know what your favorite part was. Until next time, it's been CJ or Me Plus Pi. I'll see you then. Peace, peace, peace.